All right, y'all. So it's Christmas time, and so for the Christmas season, I'm gonna show y'all my 10 favorite Christmas movies. And I know I probably showed y'all my favorite Christmas movie right now, but hey, we're gonna keep this going because I want to show you my 10 favorite Christmas movies. So let's get started. Coming number 10, Spirited. Now, this just recently just came out on Apple TV Plus back a month ago. Uh, so, anyways, yeah, I'll hear my thoughts on it. I thought that both Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds capture the right emotions. And they kept, and their acting is just great. Their performance is good. And of course, you also have Octavia Spencer, which I was glad to see her in this film. This is the moment that we all been waiting for in our life. Will Ferrell working with Ryan Reynolds. And Ryan Reynolds has been now been climbing the ladder ever since Deadpool happened. And here's something that you obviously find interesting that both Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds are probably friends in real life now. And so that's cool. And also, this is the movie that we all been waiting for. And what's my thoughts on it? Good. It's good. It's good. But not quite top tier, but hey, whatever. It's a Christmas movie. I like it though. Next up, Love Actually. This came out the year I was born in 2003. And this is just about other people's different lives during the holidays in England, which my mother obviously loves this movie, and I have never seen it before until I was 8. After a couple months, I turned 18, and then I saw it for the first time and just loved it. It's a rom-com Christmas movie, and that's what that is. Of course, you have other actors in it, like Liam Neeson, who lost his wife and has a son. And then his son realizes that he falls in love with a girl, and then is trying to tell her that she loves her. And then you have other people, people's lives out there. Yeah, that's all I can give for this. So moving on. Next up is, I don't know if people think this should be a Christmas movie, but hey, I'm counting this as a Christmas movie because I just saw some parts that were Christmassy in this one. Batman Returns. A sequel to the original 1989 Batman with Tim Burton as directing. And some people are going to debate that this is probably a sequel better than the original, but I'm just going to say a tie, yay! So yeah. Anyways, I really like seeing Keaton's Batman again in a sequel. I love Danny DeVito's Penguin, and Michelle Pfeiffer is perfect as Catwoman. Yeah, feel the perfect as Catwoman. And then, yeah, there might be some things like the dark tone in there, but only criticized. But that doesn't matter there because I still love this movie. And I know you people are going to argue that it's not a Christmas movie, but I'm counting this as a Christmas movie because there were some Christmassy parts in it. So anyways, I'll count it as a Christmas movie. It's Batman, that's why. Next up, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. A part of a franchise called National Lampoons. And there's vacation in it, and there's the Christmas Vacation. So anyways, let me just start things off here with it all starts around the holidays with Chevy Chase's family. And then people come into their home for Christmas, and they all just so what? There's a lot of funniness in it. I think parts that'll make you laugh. There's some funny humor in it. Especially the part where Chevy Chase's character who is dreaming that he would have a pool. That's the most funniest part you could ever think of. Especially when the tree gets burned or what happens to the cat. Yeah. So, yeah. I really haven't seen this one that much, but whatever. I'm still gonna count it though. I'm on top of my list. Next up, this one of the 2018 animation of The Grinch. And you're probably gonna ask me who voiced him again? His name is Benedict Cumberbatch, who you know him as Doctor Strange. And I have never seen this before until it came home. I didn't see it in the theaters, but I know I would like it. And I do like this though. I think this one's probably better than the Jim Carrey one, but I still like the Jim Carrey one. I could have put this one on the list as well because I've seen it like multiple Christmases, but to be clear, I like the animation ones. When it's good, I like it too, but I had to put this one on my list. Next up, Elf. So this isn't a Christmas movie that is directed by Jon Favreau, and that's what I never thought I would actually know for a long time. So forgive me for that, but it all basically starts on Christmas Eve when Buddy was just like a baby. He goes into Santa's bag and then heads to the North Pole and becomes part of Santa's workshop. But then he goes, finds his dad, and tries to reconnect with him. It was played by Will Ferrell. And to be quite honest, though, I really think that Will Ferrell fits part of it as well. He has like the part of being funny, being enjoyable, especially capturing the right heart for yourself this time. Especially when you have Spirited, who just came out. But Elf is probably going to be the best Will Ferrell Christmas movie. So, yeah. Yeah, so let's just say that it's probably just as good. It's better than Spirited, but hey, I still like this movie. And especially when you have Will Ferrell playing an elf, so yeah. And I also still want to admit that I didn't think it was a Jon Favreau film, but now I do. So let's keep moving. Next up, Die Hard. And now, Bruce Willis, I know you're probably going to be mad at me saying that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. And it's just a Bruce Willis movie. Well, guess what? It is a Christmas movie. It's an action Christmas movie about New York cop John McClane trying to reconnect with his wife at a business Christmas party, and terrorists get in the way, and so he has to fight them off and go celebrate Christmas with the family. And what makes the movie so special is just like, I think how the script is written and the way that director John McTiernan took this. Also, it is based on a series of books that has inspired this franchise. And there's a lot of great acting in there. And by the time you get to the end of it, we got a family coming back together for Christmas. Next up, Home Alone. If you were a kid back in the 90s, you probably were the perfect age and the target audience when this movie came out. And you probably now watch it every single December because of Macaulay Culkin's Kevin McAllister, about who plays a character who gets left behind with his family's vacation. And so burglars come in, and then he has to stop the wet bandits from like stealing things in his house. And there's a lot of fun. And then you're like, okay, so when you get to the third act, you're just feeling so bad for these villains, but hey, it's just supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be funny that way. And Macaulay Culkin fits right for this role. Now, it's part of your childhood. It's still part of everyone else's memories, still to this day. And speaking of Home Alone, we also have Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Now, some people are also going to say that this sequel is better than the original. So, yeah, I could have also put these movies on a different type of number on this list, but I love both Home Alone 1 and 2, and they keep on repeating themselves throughout the years, but just watch the first two. The others, leave them alone. And so about this one, that's where Kevin obviously just goes to the airport while his family's going to Florida, while Kevin gets mixed up at the plane and ends up in New York. And so he takes his dad's money and gets into a hotel room. And then the wet bandits, who are now called the sticky bandits, are back. And so Kevin McAllister has to stop them again. But just as good as this movie was back 30 years ago, yeah, it was 1992, and here we are 30 years later, and it's still loved to me to this day. But I don't really want to say that anyone else, these movies are say who's better, so I'll just say a tie. Yay! Everybody's just a winner and a loser. So anyways, I still like this one. Even I still like the original. Both of them are just a winner and a loser. Basically, let's just say that I watched this one more than Home Alone 1. But since it's still Christmas time, you have to watch both of them as a tradition. Even if they kept on repeating these ones to this day, watch the first two. And it's now my number one favorite Christmas movie, and you probably aren't going to guess this, is Tom Hanks' The Polar Express. Based on a children's book that came out in 1985. I think that's all right. And now it stars Tom Hanks about this boy who suddenly feels the movement, the craziness sound, and then he sees a train. And so he gets on the train, and they're going to the North Pole. And it's called the Polar Express, which is a Christmas train. Excuse me. And so everything is it's a magic train, of course, because that's what's part of the book. It is a magic train. Everything you imagine, you can see, the guy who is turns into snow when he disappears, the golden ticket, everything that you know, it's magic. And so this is the one I see every single year. Most years, yeah. And you're probably going to be mad at me that some of your favorite Christmas movies are not at number one, but this is mostly my favorite one. So yeah. Now, if you guys think that said you probably forgot that a couple more movies that are Christmas movies should have been on this list, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, tell me your favorite Christmas movies in the comments, and have a Merry Christmas. Avatar is just on the way. Bye-bye.